Oh no, you say, John Wicksham's fallen off his skis again and he's on a crutch. No, look, I'm just a bad actor. I don't need a crutch. But a friend of mine did. They were editor of a motorhome magazine and they were testing motorhomes, done it for years, and they stumbled on one of the steps and the poor lady broke her ankle. Steps are sometimes poorly designed, both on motorhomes and on caravans. And that's why we're talking steps today. Now, when I started caravanning, it was way back in 1969. We got milk at the door those days, and therefore we often had a word with the local dairy and they could sell us one of these. And I bought one from the dairy, added this on the top, and knew, like many caravanners did, that there were stacking points here that helped the stacking, but were brilliant in penetrating into the grass and giving it stability. Fantastic. In fact, this one, 45 years old, is now used just for painting the ceilings. It isn't used as a step because there are better things out there. But to put it in context, this is actually the height of my latest caravan, the floor. That's the floor level. So if you look at that, you can see how the old step here did split the step into two nicely. That plays a part when you look at different types of product. Recently, we were filming for the Caravan channel in a dealership and we went along all the different caravans on the forecourt and suddenly I noticed, look at this. They were using a monstrous step, ever so big. If you're the kind of person who has, let's say, size 12 feet, plenty of room there. Good height too. Most people, though, would go for something a wee bit smaller. This is going to the other extreme. Tiny wee thing that can easily be stored inside, and what's wrong with that? It's ever so light. Well, it's not very wide across there. In the building industry, we call that the going. And if you've got big feet, and if you're stepping the other way coming out of the caravan, you might just cause that to happen. At least there's a solution on this one, as there is on several products. You'll notice that there are tiny holes in the corners. And these tiny holes are where you can put a rock peg, a tent peg, or even a complete nail, like this is, and bang it in on all four sides to add the stability that it would otherwise lack. But it is only a single step. A lot of people would like to get a double step. Let's check one that's made by the same firm. Now that's more in scale, isn't it? It's still substantial, it's got a good wide tread, and there's much going for it. Like the previous one, look at all those holes along there. It rains sometimes, and if you don't have holes like that, you can get water settling on the surface. That's a feature I like. If, of course, the caravan that you've just bought brand new was manufactured abroad and it doesn't have NCC approval, then it's quite possible that it will come without a step. But mine came with a step because it's British built and it's fine, except I thought it might be interesting to have a look at some of the metal steps as well. And here it is. I've had it over a year now and it's beautifully engineered, it's incredibly light, it's well built, and I rather like the rubber on the actual treads. What is less effective though is the leg and the foot. The foot is so small that it's inclined to penetrate a soft surface and lead to this losing its position somewhat. You don't get that in this next one, because although it's similar in design, it's nicely built, it's well constructed, it's the right step distance, you haven't got legs and feet, you've got a rail that distributes the weight more evenly. So that's another one to look at. And it's not just look at. When you go to a dealer's, I'd suggest you don't just go along the racks and look at these different points. I think you should ask the dealer if it's possible to borrow one. Take it on the forecourt and check it before you purchase it. Because you might find in practice coming out of the caravan, you'd rather have one perhaps with a wider tread or whatever. There is another point, and that is that some of these are made with a side rail. And for a lot of people, they like a side rail. But you need to be careful there because there are examples of ones where if you put too much weight as you're coming out of the door, the whole lot starts to tip a little bit like that. That's why this product is coming in now more and more. This one's made in this country, there's another one which is brought in from abroad, and this is mounted by the dealer alongside the door. It folds in, it folds out, and when it's out you've got a really good handhold to suit your needs. When you've finished, it comes across, you've got a locking facility, it helps act as a security device. So there are lots and lots of points to look for, and then you can spend your money wisely and take a step in the right direction.